guys, it's Elliot. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are getting into a video about going back to school. I know, I'm sorry, it sucks, but hopefully after watching this video it'll help you get really excited about getting organized for school, because that is by far one of my favorite things in the entire world. Today we are talking about notebooks, calendars, and planners, the holy trinity, right? I personally believe that writing down all your thoughts and ideas and things like that all the time really helps lead you to live a more organized life and to really have your life well put together and not miss important dates or forget to do certain things for school or life, for that matter also. So without further ado, let's talk about those three separate things. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is calendars. For today's purpose, I'm going to be talking about how I use it electronically. The calendar on your phone is seriously, you guys, an absolute lifesaver. Like, you need to utilize this. I use the calendar on my phone through the Google Calendar app, and what's really great about that, it gets connected to my Gmail, so anything that gets emailed to me syncs up to that calendar. And what's cool about that is it's online, so I can access it from any computer or any phone. I just have to log into my Gmail account. It's really great that I can see it from my computer, so I have that visual aspect of it. That's what I really love about the Google Calendar, is that it blocks out the certain times of the day. You can do it in certain colors, so you're able to really visually see where you're at through the day and what times of day you might be more open to do things, or where you can fit things in that you have on your to-do list. I oftentimes like using the calendar more than my planner because I'm able to visually see it better. And in addition to that, if something gets changed or times move or it's on the wrong day, I can easily delete it or edit it. I don't have to put a big ugly X or scratch it out in my planner, which I don't like doing. So with that leads us into talking about planners. This is the day planner that I have. I got it from Target for probably $10. And I just think it's something really beautiful. And so I always have this out, and seeing it really inspires me to get organized and to make sure that I track everything, even if I'm not always putting it in here. Instead I'm putting it on my phone or in a notebook. Honestly, I am planner obsessed. I change my mind about what I want in a planner and what I want my planner to look like seriously every day. But I finally found one that really works for me and what I want to be able to do with a planner and how I want to be able to utilize that. It has 2 pages. On the left, I know this is my right, but from where you're looking at, it'll be on the left page. It has a day-by-day view. So it has Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday all listed out on one side. And right there, I'll write down things that I'm doing that day. I don't really use this to check so often as I do to just kind of help me remind me what I have written down in my phone for that day. So I'll write down the time and the event that's happening. These are more concrete events like meetings or my classes, or when I'm going to hang out with friends, or when I'm going to go do something very in particular that's concrete. I'll write those all down on that one side, so I kind of have a visual idea of where I'm at for the week. And then on the other side, it has a to-do list, and every Sunday I will sit down and write out all the things that I want to do each week. And this is really helpful. I look at this whenever I have a hole in my schedule and don't really know what to do with my time. I'll go through that and check it off as I go through. And I really like having the to-do list side by side with my weekly calendar, because I can see what I have to do and what I really want to do and get done by the end of the week. And anything that I don't finish, I put a little swirly mark to move it on to the next week. And then the next Sunday, I'll see that I haven't completed that yet, and I'll write that down on my next to-do list. Below the to-do list, it has a notes section, and I just write this for little reminders for the week, like don't forget to eat healthy, or try to get to the gym more often, or really try to finish and read this book. Those are like the loosest obligations of mine, or things that I just kind of want to keep in mind for the whole week. And finally, at the beginning of every month, it has a monthly view of the calendar. This I like to actually keep out on my desk for when I'm not using it, and when I look at it I can get a quick glance at the schedule I have for the month. I like to use this instead of a desk calendar, so that way it doesn't take up all that much room, and if I ever want to put it away and use my desk as a study place, I just fold it up and slide it somewhere. It takes up a lot less space than buying an actual desk calendar. So I think that's really cool about this, is that it's big enough to be a regular calendar on its own. So the last thing I'm going to talk about is notebooks, my one true obsession for my entire life. I'm just going to give you a little glimpse of my notebook addiction. Yeah, it's bad. Trust me, I know. It's always been bad. Every time I go into stores, they're just so cute, and this is the journal that I just recently bought from Target. It says Start Something Wonderful on it, and this is something that I seriously carry everywhere with me. It's always in my bag. Since my planner is kind of too big to fit with me all the time, I always carry this. And whenever I'm inspired, I write down my thoughts or my ideas throughout the day. When I realize I have things that I want to do or things I want to look into when I get home, I will write those down always and make sure that I never forget them. It's a good place for me to organize my thoughts and my ideas before I kind of sit down and really organize those out at the end of the day. And I could go into an entire video about journaling in general, but I really think that just having one small, simple, solid notebook that you always carry with you is so important to be able to track your thoughts and ideas so that you don't forget the things that you think about throughout the day. So there's that for you. Alright, so that is how I use notebooks, calendars, and planners to be able to organize my life events and all my thoughts and ideas. I just thought it would be a fun way for me to show you guys how you might want to get organized for school, especially considering that it's back to school season. It's a really good idea to start now to start organizing your life. So hopefully you're able to use these things and go off and maybe even come up with some things on your own. So that's all I have for you guys today, and thank you so much for watching. Bye. She call me what she needs.